Two people earn the exact same salary their entire lives. One retires with $2 million. The other retires with nothing. The difference is not luck or intelligence or even how hard they worked. It is a single invisible machine. One of them was feeding it, and the other one owned it. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly which one you are and how to switch sides. You have probably been told that the rich get richer because they earn more, or work harder, or are simply smarter than the rest of us. That is mostly a myth. The real reason has almost nothing to do with effort. It is structural. There is a machine running quietly underneath the entire economy, and it moves money in one direction only, from the people who own their time to the people who own assets. And here is the uncomfortable part. Nobody has to rig it. It is rigged by the rules themselves, and by the very same glitch in your brain that we watched destroy lottery winners. Start with the one thing almost everyone gets wrong. Most people own exactly one asset in their whole life, their time. You trade your hours for money, and there is nothing wrong with that, except that time has a fatal flaw. It is finite. It is taxed higher than almost anything else you can earn, and the instant you stop, the money stops with you. The rich own a completely different kind of asset. They own things that make money without them. Stocks, real estate, businesses. Assets do not sleep. They do not get tired. They do not stop. So while you are trading your time, 1 hour at a time, their assets are working 24 hours a day, every day, forever. That is the first gear of the machine. You own time. They own assets. And the whole system is quietly built to reward one and punish the other. Picture two neighbors who take home the exact same paycheck. The first one does everything he is supposed to. He works hard, he gets the raise, he buys the nicer car, he rents a beautiful apartment, and he finances the rest. The second one, same paycheck, does something that looks almost boring. Every month, before he spends a cent, he takes a small slice and buys a piece of an asset. A few shares. A tiny stake in something that grows. In year 1, you cannot tell them apart. In year 5, the gap is a rounding error. But somewhere around year 15, the second neighbor's assets quietly start earning more than his job does. His money has taken on a second job that he never has to show up for. And by year 30, the two of them are not even living in the same universe. Same income, same effort, opposite machines. Now, you have heard the phrase compound interest 1,000 times. But compounding is not really a math problem. It is a psychology problem. The rich get richer because they can wait. They can let money sit and grow for decades without touching it. Most people cannot because your brain is screaming at you to spend it right now. It is the exact same wiring that made a lottery winner treat $300 million like play money. Warren Buffett built more than 99% of his entire fortune after the age of 50. Not because he suddenly got smarter, but because he let time do the heavy lifting. The rich are not patient by accident. The machine pays them, and it pays them richly. For a patience, your brain is wired to fight. But time is only the first gear. The second gear is the one that is quietly robbing you right now, tonight, while you sleep, and almost nobody ever notices it happening. You were told your whole life to save your money. But money is deliberately designed to lose value. Every single year, inflation eats a few percent of your cash. It is a silent tax that you never voted for, and it never stops. In fact, the money sitting in your bank account right now is worth a little less than it was when you started watching this video. Put it in real terms. $100,000 stuffed under a mattress today will buy you roughly half as much in just 20 years. You will not have lost a single dollar of it, and yet half of it will have quietly vanished into thin air. So the careful person, the saver, the one who did everything right, is the one who watches their money slowly rot. But the asset owner? Inflation does the opposite for them. It inflates everything they own. Their house, their stocks, their businesses all rise as prices rise. And when they borrow money to buy those assets, inflation quietly evaporates their debt too, because they pay it back years later in cheaper dollars. The same invisible force that punishes you for saving rewards them for borrowing to own. The third gear is hiding in plain sight. Just follow your own money and watch where it actually goes. Your rent to someone who owns the building, the interest on your mortgage to a bank that someone owns. Your credit card, at 20-something% to a lender that someone owns. Your car loan, your buy now, pay later, your subscriptions. Every one of them is a little stream of your money flowing uphill into an asset owner's compounding pile. Your impatience, your present bias, your very human desire to have the thing now, they have turned all of it into passive income. You are, quite literally, the compound interest that makes them richer. The lottery winner's glitch did not just break him. Pointed the other way, that exact same glitch is the engine of everyone else's fortune. And the machine has a defense mechanism so that you can almost never climb off. Every time you earn a little more, the world leans in and whispers, spend a little more. A nicer car, a bigger place. You have earned the upgrade. It is called lifestyle inflation, and it swallows your raise before that money ever gets a chance to become an asset. So you run faster, and you earn more, and you stay in exactly the same place. The hamster wheel. The rich trained the opposite reflex. When money comes in, they do not inflate their life. They buy another asset. Same income, opposite instinct. And stretched across 30 years, those two instincts build two completely different lives. So who actually crosses over to the other side? Here is the surprise. It is almost never the highest earners. Plenty of doctors and lawyers make a fortune and still die broke because they only ever owned one thing, their time. The people who cross over all do the same quiet handful of things. They take a piece of every dollar that comes in, even a tiny piece, and they convert it from time into an asset before their brain gets the chance to spend it. They automate it. So willpower never even gets a vote. They treat owning as non-negotiable, the exact same way you treat paying the rent. They are not rich because they earn more. They are rich because they got themselves onto the other side of the machine. And this is where it stops being a story about the rich and starts being a story about you, because you are standing on this machine right now, this very second. Every dollar you hand over in interest, every year your savings quietly lose a little more value. Every raise that disappears into a slightly nicer life. That is the belt underneath your feet, moving you gently in the wrong direction. You cannot out-earn a machine that is designed to move faster than any salary ever could. You can only change which side of it you are standing on. The difference between the person sweating in the wheel and the one resting on the pile was never how hard they ran. It was whether their money was working or whether they were. So the next time someone tells you the rich get richer because they are smarter or luckier or they just work harder, you will know the truth. The machine does not care how hard you work. It only cares what you own. Winning was never about earning more, because earning is the easy part. Winning is quietly, patiently, almost boringly moving yourself, $1 at a time, off the wheel and onto the pile, until one day your money runs faster than you ever could on your own. The rich did not beat the game. They simply stopped playing the one that you are still playing. And the only question left that actually matters is this: which side of the machine will you be standing on 10 years from now?